This is a video demonstration of my project FlipBit Studio. In this video, I'm going to create a simple project and upload it to my board. First, I'm going to create a new project and I'm going to call it Demo Project. This is the custom pin configuration page. I'm not going to be using custom pins for this project, but if I wanted to add additional I/O to my device, this is where I would define them. This is the Variables tab, and I'm going to create a few variables for this project. Firstly, a number variable called count, which is set to 0. And next, another number variable called max count. And I'm going to set this to 10. Then I'm going to create a text variable called name. I'm going to leave that blank. And then I'm going to create a Boolean variable called alarm. And I'm going to set this to false. This is the Instructions tab. Instructions are made up of statements, and there are two types of statements: setup statements and play statements. Setup statements are run once at startup and never again. Play statements will run over and over again forever, as long as the code is executing. I'm going to create a single setup statement, an assignment where I set the yellow LED to on. For my play statements, I'm going to create an assignment where I set the blue LED to the value of the center button. Next, I'm going to adjust the name variable by creating a conditional statement. I'm going to say if switch 0 is on, then I'm going to assign name the value of Tyrone. And if this is not true, then I'm going to assign the value of Braden to name. Then I'm going to create an assignment to display this variable. I'm going to create a string which starts with hi, I'm, with a space after it. And then I'm going to concatenate that with my name variable. On the second line of text, I'm going to concatenate count, a hard-coded slash, and max count. To change the value of count, I'm going to create some conditional statements. I'm going to say if button up is pressed, then count is going to increase by 1. Likewise, if the bottom button is pressed, then I'm going to decrease count by 1. I'm going to add another conditional statement and say that if count is less than or equal to max count, we're going to set alarm to false, and we're going to make the green LED toggle at the value of count seconds. So whatever value count is, that's how many seconds it'll take until it toggles. If this isn't true, we're going to set alarm to true, and we're going to turn off the green LED. Now right here, we're saying alarm is true if count is greater than max count, but we're going to add one additional condition to this. And we're going to do that by using this Boolean AND operator here. We're going to say alarm AND equals switch 1. So in order for alarm to be true, count has to be greater than max count, and switch 1 has to be on. We can essentially do this same thing if we were to add on right here and create an AND conjunction and say switch 1 equals on. This is essentially the same functionality as adding this statement down here. So we're going to remove that. And now we're going to say if alarm is true, then we're going to turn the red LED on, and we're going to toggle buzzer 0 at a rate of 440 Hertz. If alarm is not true, then we're going to turn the red LED off, and we're going to turn buzzer 0 off. Okay, and this is everything we should need for this project. So we're going to save and close. And now my project has appeared in the projects list. I can click on it and build my project. This is going to convert everything we just wrote into MicroPython. And we can view this MicroPython file by clicking on Files and demoproject.py. This is everything that's going to be sent over to the board for execution. And if we look through it, we can see how the code has translated into MicroPython from our block code. Before I can send code to my board, I have to put it in upload mode. I can do this by holding down the center button and resetting the board. Once the board is in upload mode, I can connect to it via Wi-Fi. After that, I just need to press the program button to send the code to my board. The MicroPython file is sent to the board in chunks, and we can see these chunks being received by the firmware if I open up TerraTerm. Once all the chunks have been received, I can reset the board to run the code. Notice how the yellow LED is on, the count is 0, and the name is set to Tyrone. If we press the center button, the blue LED turns on. If we increase count to 1, the green LED begins toggling at 1 second. If we set the count to 2, the green LED begins toggling at 2 seconds. If we activate switch 0, the name changes from Tyrone to Braden, and back to Tyrone if we deactivate it. Now let's see what happens when we increase count to over 10. The green LED is off, but the red LED and the buzzer are not activated. This is because in order for alarm to be true, switch 1 has to be activated. We can deactivate the alarm by either disabling switch 1 or setting count to below 11.